Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 8 of Arcane. I don't like that I only have 2 episodes left. It's actually kind of breaking my heart a little bit when I think about that, like, it's the last 2, and then I won't have any more for probably like a year. Um, Although worth the wait, I think, once we get season 2. It's a little heartbreaking at the same time because I have grown to absolutely love these characters, love the story. Um, I think about it randomly throughout the day. How this show affects my life generally is I couldn't have asked for any more of an amazing experience than what I've gotten out of this. I never expected this in a million years. I genuinely love this show. I I can almost cry. Okay, let's not cry at the beginning because if I cry at the beginning, that just does not bode well for the rest of the episode. But last time, we got Echo back, and let me tell you, the music, the animation, the whole vibe that they gave us specifically for Echo, like like the animation is gorgeous and the music is gorgeous on its own, but then this specific tone that they gave him and the way the animation looked and like just it went from very 3D to very 2D and it was just I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I was so happy to get him back and then I was just like, "Oh, hopefully we get more of this animation." And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen now that he's faced off against Jinx and she could have possibly blown him up, which I don't think they're going to do. You don't bring back a character just to kill him off. At least I hope you don't. I mean, this show, like, no one's safe. I totally get that. But I feel like not letting his presence be known for the past couple episodes, like, or at least his face be shown. Obviously, his presence was there, but not seeing his face, I think I think we're still going to see more of Echo, which I'm completely fine with. He was reunited with Vi, who he thought was dead, and then was actually reunited with Powder. And I know he fought Jinx and he doesn't trust Jinx, but when he's fighting her, you can see that like they see each other again. Like they go through their whole fight, kind of remembering playing that game. And then when it comes time for the actual showdown, you know, first of all, Echo, he kept learning and he kept getting better. And I don't know if because she was more concentrating on her rage with Vi or, really trying to not not be better than Vi, but like not to always live in her shadow, I think, especially when she goes back to the hangout and there's the punching game. I feel like she probably could have been concentrating on that too much that she maybe even forgot her game with Echo until that moment. And he's probably been prepared for this. Um, but he paused. When he's got her down on the ground, pinned, he sees her eyes. He sees her fear. He sees the emotions in her face. And that's not something you normally see from her other than rage. She normally has blinding rage. And he sees the emotion. And he pauses. And I always say if you pause out of mercy or, you pause out of surprise or shock, you're dead. And I even said it. I was like, don't stop. I don't want him to kill Jinx. I don't want him to keep beating Jinx, but I didn't want him to die either. And she blows him up. She sets off a bomb. Although I will say that every other time that she's had a bomb, she's never just like gingerly rolled it out of her hand. She attaches it to somebody, or, I don't know if she knew that he was Echo when she's fighting the firelights with the torch scene for her and Vi's, being reunited. But, she like tags it on his hoverboard. I don't even know if that's what that is. I think I might have just aged myself by saying hoverboard. But like she always attaches it to the people, whether it's the guys in the ship or the bartender or like there's always like an ingenious way that she does it. So for her to just roll it out of her hand, I don't think she's trying to kill him. I think she's trying to kill herself. Mm. And I do think he had enough time to get away. I think he had enough time to kick it or dodge it. I really think he did. Or maybe that's just a fool's hope because that's me. But she was ready to give up, and I don't think she was trying to kill him. I think she saw her friend again and was just sad. I really like that Echo wanted to take the gemstone to Topside, that he was being a leader, that he wasn't behind the scenes anymore, that he was taking that action and that he was putting himself forward. And I think it's time that we see him rise even further because he's going to be a great leader if he's still alive. I think he's still alive. I hope he's still alive. If he's not, I'm going to be so sad. Silco set some people straight. The Chem Barons. I had to go back and look that up because I was like, who were these people again? Why were they important? But they were the people that were from the lanes. They were from Zon. They were from the Undercity. They knew what it was like to suffer down there. They knew what it was like to not breathe, but they forgot where they came from. Helicopter. They're not flying as low as they normally do, but they forgot where they came from. And the way Silco reminds them is absolutely terrifying, and I loved it. I especially liked at the end when he's like, good meeting, because it's totally something I would say. And the funny thing with Silco is, even though he has risen to be this industrialist, the fact that he was in the room without a mask on, even Savika had a mask on, and she's in the Undercity with him the majority of the time, but like I know he took a breath and he delivered his monologue and then he used the mask, but the fact that Silco could be in the same position as these people, because he is known as this industrialist to the topsiders, so he has made a name for himself, so he could be in topside. He could live in Piltover and in probably like a palatial home. You know, he could probably be in a lap of luxury. He still chooses to live in the lanes. He's still in Zon. He's still in the Undercity. He's still where his roots have always been. And I think because he's always been there and he's grown up there, that, you know, his body is very well accustomed to that gas. And I know that he's probably older in this, like maybe like, you know, late 40s, early 50s. So he's probably conditioned his body. And he could probably gain more notoriety if he were in Topside. And him being in the Undercity, I don't know if it's because of Jinx, because obviously you cannot have Jinx up and out there. I mean, you, not that I agree with keeping somebody hidden, but that just would not be good. That would not be good for her, and it wouldn't be good for him, for people to see this person in relation to Silco. Is he there because of the people? Like, does he not want to leave the people of Zon because, you know, that's who he's fighting for, even though he's still giving them drugs? Like, you're killing them, but you're also making them happy, and you're also fighting for them, but some of them are dying because of you. I don't really know. Hey, conundrum. And is it easier to control a place when your presence is known? Because I definitely think if your presence is in the Undercity, then people always are looking up, going, ah, Silco's in charge. To where if you're not there, somebody could easily take over. He also tells Jinx, everyone betrays us. And in that moment, and the way he delivered that line, I do not think for 1 minute that he's manipulating Jinx to forgive him, to not be mad at him. I think he's reminding her that they've both been through hell and back, and that the people in their lives have betrayed them. I think he genuinely cares about Jinx. I know that he wants her to complete the weapon. I know that he, you know, has her do a lot of the tasks that maybe other people don't want to do, like her working on the little bugs to blow up the bridge. Like, like he knows how to utilize her, but I do believe he cares about her. And she's really hard to reason with. And I think him showing her support goes a long way. All right, Vi and Kate. I knew that there was going to be an issue with Kate and Jinx obviously because Jinx doesn't want to be replaced. Vi wants Kate safe. She wants her to make it up to topside, but that's what makes Jinx snap. The image of Kate that Jinx had with like the Jinxie lines and then her face switching from, like Kate who's like injured and tired to this like devil face almost. With an evil smirk. Like I can see why Jinx was set off. But her mind is so fractured that she starts shooting at him. And I don't think that she wants to hurt them. A lot of the times we see her go full Jinx, and it's always, somebody's talking to her or she's seeing things, and that's what makes her act out of rage. So I feel like that's again her mind being fractured the way that it is. I don't really think she'd want to hurt Kate, Vi, Echo. I don't think that that's her intention. But you do see her very calmly walk up to an enforcer and put him down like it's nothing. I think that that's somebody that she wants to kill. Not that it's okay, but she's not hearing voices at that point. She's not seeing something that's not there. So it's not her fractured mind that's doing it. It's the memory of her parents. And even with Echo, it's the past. It's her seeing the past again. And I don't think that she has the intention of hurting these people. But Kate and Vi retrieve the gemstone, and Vi is helping Kate back to topside. I don't know where that goes, other than a set of gauntlets. Finally, can we? I don't know. Oh God, that's the thing. It's like I want to see it, but I don't want to see it because I don't think anything good is going to come out of that fight. I don't think there's anything good about seeing Jace swing a hammer. I don't think there's anything that's going to be great about seeing Vi and Jinx fight. I don't see how this is going to go well. But when Vi and Kate are walking up the bridge, you hear another bomb go off, and that, of course, that's the one that is with Jinx and Echo. And Vi doesn't know if somebody's dead or hurt. And I did notice that when they went back to Jinx, that they did not show the right side of her body. Um, and we know Silco can replace an arm. So I don't know if we get Jinxie with a little mechanical arm or not. Or if maybe I'm just reading into that, but like I feel like they don't show you things for a reason and they show you certain things for a reason. I try not to read into it too much, but come on. So Mel's family is contacting her. At least I think. That's what it looked like. It looked like the family crest. It looked like they were like sending her an invitation. And she hasn't been treated well by her family. They cast her out of the family, even though she's rich and she's, on a council running this entire city. She seemed very scared when she saw that. Not like terribly frightened, but super apprehensive of like, oh, what is in store for me? And I think that that might be another reason why she's pushed Task Jace to make weapons from the Hex Tech. Neither Jace nor Victor are happy about this. Jace then tells his mother, I have to do something I never thought I'd do. And there's that picture of him, or a picture of the wizard. I'm not sure because the wizard didn't have an axe or a hammer. It looks like Stormbreaker. But anyway, the wizard didn't have one of those. He had a staff, so I'm assuming that Jace drew himself in that image with a hammer. I'm ready for the hammer, but I'm not ready for the hammer. Oh fuck. I'm already stressed out. Victor's not okay with it at all. As a matter of fact, he states, we're scientists, not soldiers. And that gave me Star Trek vibes because they're always on these scientific missions, yet somehow they always get into these space battles. And like they're always in the position to be a military force even though they're not. Like I feel sympathy for Victor in this because this is not the intention he ever had becoming a scientist. It was not to create weapons. It was to help people. And he says that over and over and over is that he's trying to help people. Jace knows he has to at least consider it. But I also think he is looking at it from a different lens than Victor is. Victor is from the Undercity. Those are his people. So when he goes down to talk to Singed, he doesn't think anything of it because that was his home. And Jace has a big distaste for people from the Undercity, and I think he forgets that that's where Victor is from. And I get it. You know, Jace has been he's been victimized by people from the Undercity, whether it's blowing up his lab, stealing the gemstone. Like, he gets victimized by the Undercity time and time again, and I understand his point of view. I think Victor knows how strong the Hex Tech is and, like, how much damage it could really do, and he doesn't want to do that. And I think Jace also knows this, and he also doesn't want to do it. Different reasons, same thing. But when Victor goes and visits Singed, and Singed gives him the shimmer, Singed says, like, they're going to hate you for this, meaning they're going to hate Victor for using the shimmer. And although I don't particularly like Singed, I don't really hate him either. He's just kind of like this odd character that hasn't been fleshed out enough for me to have an opinion one way or another. But you know, for him to say something like that to Victor, like, he's expecting the worst. And I don't blame him, because I don't know, after watching, you know, Victor carve the runes into his leg brace and his leg, that that can create a monster, or it could create a hero. And the more I'm sitting with it and I'm listening to Singed, the more I'm thinking it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. My sweet Victor is just going to be this broken monster. I don't I don't want that to happen, but I really think it's going to. And you know, Singe worked with Heimerdinger, and Heimerdinger, he had this whole thing with Jace about Stanwyck Pedidley, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, Singed is Stanwyck Pedidley. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, no, because Stanwyck was willing to give up his science to support his student. And I'm wondering if Singed was one of his students. And maybe the whole reason why Stanwyck is no longer around is because he supported the wrong student. Maybe he supported Singed, and bad things happened. There may be absolutely nothing to that. There may be something to it, but it's like something that's kind of just sitting in the back of my head. I feel like they don't bring things up if they're not going to utilize it later on. That's what this show does. That's why the writing is so excellent. I just really thought that Victor would be the hero, and I just really don't think he's going to be. Oh, that sucks. Okay, guys, really the only question I have going into this is, where do we go from here? Where does this go? Who survived? Who's in pieces? Who's going to get put back together? When are we going to witness some of these scenes that we get in the opening credits? I guess I'll find out. All right, guys, let's get into it. Oh, and I kind of forgot about Marcus. Huh. Apropos for Marcus, I don't really care that he died. I really don't. I'm not, like, thrilled. See you never. Oil and water. That could apply to a lot of different people, actually. Ooh, is this a young Mel?
You'd give me a throne.
I will give you the world, child, if you prove you can take it.
So, why was she outcast?
What should we do with her?
Strip her of her possessions and send her to the far colonies.
Kill her now. Only one must die. Let her live, and you may need to kill thousands.
We can show the people we are merciful.
Oof. Like she's gonna kill her. Oh god!
A wolf has no mercy.
Ooh, Mel, girl, I like your hair.
Will you be okay? I'll be right back.
Jinx!
Oh. Oh, Soko was genuinely scared that she was dead. Is she gonna see him taking her? Damn it! Oh, no.
What?
Oh, God, the chills that just gave me. Mm. Normally, you guys see me drinking like wine or an energy drink or coffee. But I've been getting leg cramps, so electrolytes it is. No echo, by the way.
Sir? You alright?
Oh, yeah. Mel's used to it, though. Ooh. Why wouldn't they just go through the... Well, I guess they can't go through the front door. Oh.
Caitlin!
Whoa. Mama Caraman is a badass.
This is Vi. She's from the Undercity.
So I see. Could we have a word in private?
I like his blue beard.
I'll take responsibility.
You're a councillor's daughter. Your actions reflect on the entire body.
You know what else reflects on the council? It's citizens living on the streets, having to choose between a kingpin who wants to exploit them and a government that doesn't give a shit.
Ooh, Caitlin. I love it.
I'll schedule an audience.
Thank you.
You and your friend can address the council yourselves. I'd suggest you prepare accordingly.
Yeah, you gotta clean Vi up just a little bit. Just a little, though. Oh. Okay. I thought we were gonna see him without the mask. Ooh. Oh. Thought it was Victor.
I believe I can save her, but the process will be demanding. Are you prepared to lose her? Jinx.
She won't die, Doctor. She can't.
Aww. He genuinely cares for her.
This is for your sanity. I too once had a daughter.
He did? Let's hear about her.
Silco isn't taking guests.
Not a problem. Wasn't here for him.
This guy's lower jaw just irritates the shit out of me.
You're a scary lady.
Get to your point. This is your plan? Undermine Silco by making a half-assed play of my ego?
Yeah, no shit.
Every time I think you can't get dumber, you dig a new low.
The Undercity is devolving into chaos. Jinx gets a whim. Suddenly his spine's made of jelly. And here you are, shoveling his shit. You aren't the only one dissatisfied with his performance. There's bigger fish than Silco.
Is there now? Okay, like Savika's character is getting more dynamic as we go along too, which I'm kind of digging her as well. She's not my favorite by any means, but I'm digging her. Oh, is this Mel's mama? She's intimidating.
What are you doing here, Mother?
Can I not visit? It's been over a decade, Mel.
Since you banished me, you said perhaps your sentimentality will be more at home with those soft-spined idealists overseas.
You have your father's memory.
Don't try to ingratiate yourself with me.
At least she's standing up for herself.
Your Jace Talus has turned his eye to Hextech weaponry. War is coming. You've let the problems of your Undercity fester too long.
War isn't our first and every recourse. I sponsored Hextech to protect the city.
Weapons can't be unmade, and they are always used.
Yeah.
I'm here to help guide you to the right decision.
I don't need your guidance.
Miss Medarda.
Yes?
Yes?
Who the fuck is this?
I'm off to sample the local cuisine.
He would not have been my flavor. Jace would have been my flavor. I take it back. Caitlin would have been my flavor.
You did all this yourself? Without even going down there? And I thought Powder could get obsessed.
Oh, make yourself cozy.
What happened to her? It's not your fault.
Me and Powder used to share a bed like this. We played a game where we pretended to be bigger and bigger monsters.
It makes me miss my
I'd get
sister.
carried away and she'd get scared. I pretended to chase my own monsters away. Then a real monster showed up, and I just ran away. I left her.
That's not what happened. Jeez. Oh, God.
You know, Powder, you're stronger than you think.
I'm so sorry, Powder.
Your sister is jinxed. I understand this must be painful. I'm afraid it will only get worse.
Holy shit. Oh, Silco's gonna freak out when she's not there. Oh, God.
What have you done?
I saved her life.
Where is she? Here's a little buddy. Oh, taking a little stroll to see what you've created? Your inaction helped create? I'd really like to give him a hug though right now.
Oh. Huh? Like this. Get away from her.
Okay, he's so adorable in this hood. I wish I didn't think he was cute when he was sad, but he is.
Oh, ingenious. Though these blades seem improperly pitched.
You're wrong.
I knew he's still alive.
Fissures. Air is denser.
Are you all right, lad?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just sprained my ankle.
Running from a bomb.
What are you doing on this side of the river?
I wanted to offer my assistance to the citizens of the Undercity. It seems I'm unwelcome.
Oh.
What is it?
We're having the exact same day.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Vi getting her spa day before meeting with the council.
Do they teach military history at your academy, Mr. Tallis?
Oh, taking a meeting with Jace in the bathtub.
You're Mel's mom.
Among other things.
I do have other matters, so if you'll excuse me.
The threat of the Undercity is real. Your leadership is impotent.
We may not be Noxus, but Piltover isn't as helpless as you think.
Navigating your current crisis requires expertise you lack.
What makes this the city of progress is that we keep trying until we get
I'm
it
very
right.
uncomfortable with this.
Wait.
Oh. Stacked.
I want you to succeed here, Jace. To grace the world with Hextech.
The sheriff betrayed us. We need better information.
We need to act before anyone else gets killed.
Counselors, my daughter has a unique insight into our situation.
This is Vi. She was born in the Undercity. She risked everything to show me what life is really like down there. People are starving, sick, ravaged by Shimmer. One man leads these efforts. Silco.
We've done investigations of Silco.
Yeah, but that's when Marcus was still there.
Investigations?
Marcus?
What does the Silco even want from us?
He believes the Undercity should be independent, calls it the Nation of Zorn.
What about these? Do you know who made them?
No. Well,
Her name is Jinx.
Then we have to go in by force.
That could trigger war.
there are good people down there.
Bad ones, too.
There's bad ones in the top side.
They're still cleaning the blood off the bridge.
Jace, you don't know war. I do.
Yes.
It must be our last resort.
Yeah, you can't just jump into a fight.
You can't talk to him. He hates you, everything you stand for. He will never back down.
Then what do you suggest?
There must be something else we can do. We'll make a new plan. We have to try.
We tried. It wasn't enough. Top side and bottom, oil and water. That's all there is.
What about us?
Oil and water. Wasn't meant to be. Go back to that big, shiny house of yours and just forget me. Okay?
Oh, Victor. Purplefoot Victor. You just gotta get the kinks out of the system. Yeah, there you go. You can start running? How long's it been since he's ran? It's actually got good form. Can his other leg keep up though? That's that's the question. Is something gonna happen to her? Please don't let something happen to her.
I was hoping you might take a look at something I've been working on.
He's carving the runes into his body now?
Everything you do inspires me.
Aww. I wanted them to fall in love.
Sky? No. No.
Oh.
It can't. It can't.
Oh my god. Are we making a hammer? Oh, we're making the hammer. How did Vi know where to go?
You want to make Silco pay for what he's done?
Yeah. I want to make Silco pay.
I want in.
There's no in. You heard the council.
Fuck the council.
I'm not a vigilante.
No. You're a victim.
Oh my god.
Someone close to me had a pair of these. Silco controls the Undercity with Shimmer. Shut down his supply, and it's only a matter of time before his own people turn on him. Take out his manufacturing facilities. Hit him hard and fast before he can react.
Victor doesn't want the shimmer to go away. That's gonna be a problem.
We got a deal, pretty boy?
Oh, look at that hammer. Oh, man. It's kind of taking my breath away a little bit. They just had people waiting? Oh, man. That is wild. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's so beautiful. I mean, scary and like not good, but beautiful. Oh my god, Vi, you're so hot. Oh my god. I've been waiting for these two. Oh my gosh. Is this what it's like playing the game? It's like, I could probably start playing the game now. Oh. What? That is so much more than a hammer. Oh, I love the flashes in his eyes. Oh no. They're all kids. It's not just about getting rid of the shimmer, it's helping the people. she's in love with her. No! Oh no! Oh no! So, okay, so I totally thought when we saw Jinx's like little monkey symbol that that Caitlyn was dead, that she was gonna get blown to bits. Um, I'm glad that didn't happen, but her catching her breath and then it ending, I don't know. I don't. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. It's so heartbreaking with this show because it like gives you like this beautiful animation of these fights with these amazing weapons and this beauty, and there's always tragedy. There's always tragedy that follows. So like not just the weapons, but also Victor and Sky. I really wanted him to have somebody. And like I don't like love stories. Like I could like just watch shows without it, but like I want Caitlyn and Vi together. I wanted Victor to be happy. I'm okay with Mel and Jace now. Like there's just we can't have nice things. We just can't have nice things. Meeting Mel's mom is she's something. She's something. Tough lady. Definitely has faced a lot of fights given the scars that are all over her body. That we see all over her body. Very awkward. But you really see that she commands um, respect. She is a presence. Not only is she very dominating physically, like her stature, her musculature, her hair, just everything just is commanding. Her behavior towards her delicacy that he or that she's sampling while abroad. Like I get how somebody who's been hardened by war could definitely have a mindset that it's just easier to kill and eliminate rather than show mercy. And you can see Mel, especially when she's younger, she wanted, to show that young girl mercy. I did not expect her to lose her head. I was just like, oh, she's gonna stab her or something. I did not expect her to lose her head. And Mel definitely, even though she's kind of intimidated by her mother, it does not stop her from speaking her mind and standing up to her. I think that's a very honorable mention that the Mel that her mother thinks she is not the Mel she actually is. But I can see why she's become this person. Um, but also, her instinct in growing up with her mother and seeing war and experiencing war, that's the last thing that she wants to do because she knows what she knows what happens. When she's on the bridge with Jace can't look at it without getting sick, and she's kind of accustomed to it. She's seen it before. Um, it's really interesting that I knew at some point we'd get Vi and Jace together because obviously she has to have the gauntlets and it's not like she's going to steal those. I didn't exactly expect them to pair up to take down a shimmer factory. Um, I'm not mad at it, and I really like the gauntlets are amazing, and watching Vi fight with them is just balls out crazy. It's beautiful, and she's so strong and she's so fierce, and those are perfect for her. But Jace's hammer is way more than just a hammer. It's way more than just a hammer. But the fact that he can like pull out a handle and use it as a gun, like I'm not saying that he's not a weapons manufacturer, but he's kind of good at it. And obviously, the young boy dying in the factory is going to have a profound effect on Jace, especially when he starts looking around and he sees that the factory is kind of being run by children. You know, that they're all much younger. And then there's the little girl that looks like Mel a little bit, you know, and I think he's kind of seeing a little bit of the humanity that's been kind of abandoned by Topside. And it's much easier to see it and have sympathy when there's innocence, because obviously the adults he doesn't care about that much. Whatever those, because they had it in the captions as thugs, but like the Shimmer superpowered soldier guys, like they were something. And I'm just like, are they just kind of lying in wait until the little button gets hit and then they're supercharged? Like, I I find that curious. I want the logistics behind it. But I'm watching them fight, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you're playing this video game and you can be one of these thugs, or you can be Vi, or you can be Jace, you could be Echo. I'm like, if is this what the game is like? Because I'm sold. I mean, I don't expect it to be exactly like that. Obviously, it's going to look more like a video game, but like that actually enticed me to want to play. I'm definitely interested in these characters, and I know that they're pulling some things from League of Legends, and like Arcane is like its own separate like story and everything, but like these characters exist in the games, and this is beautiful. Like, no wonder everyone was excited for the show. But let's not skip over the fact that Singed saved Jinx's life. And he even asks Silco, are you ready to give her up? Like, are you willing to let her die to try to save her life? And when she makes a noise, Silco runs to her and he's just like, please say something. And like, you can tell how much he cares for her. And it's not just about what she can do for him, it's because he loves her. That is his daughter. By all intents and purposes, that is his daughter. Watching her kind of go through that transformation, that her seeing Vi laugh at her, shoot her in the head as she's powder, and then she turns into Kate, and then Kate's laughing at her, and then she sees, you know, Kate and Singed being switched back and forth in her mind. Ooh, ooh, that broken little baby. Let me tell you, Shimmer's not gonna make that better. Shimmer's not gonna fix the fracture that's up here. And I don't know when Jinx put the monkey symbol on the mirror. I don't know how she knew to go to Kate's house. Hey guys, I realized while I was editing that Kate's dad pulled a firelight out of her leg, and that's probably how Jinx knew where to go. Makes sense. How is it that three of my favorite characters, Silco, Jinx, and Victor, all need Shimmer? God, that breaks my heart. And I'm glad that we got to see Echo, and it had you put on my bingo card, Echo has a conversation with Heimerdinger, I would not have picked that. But like, what a great scene, especially Heimerdinger going into the Undercity, going into Zaun, kind of experiencing the people and how they treat him. But then him seeing the little girl and just like there's like this little light, there's like a little bit of humanity, there's a little bit of hope with this little girl. And you know, he done fucked up. Like he needed to take care of those people long before now. And him meeting Echo and having the conversation with Echo that he did, and I don't. I'm sure Heimerdinger is going to try to get him medical attention and try to help him as like a step forward to trying to help the people in the Undercity. He's going to help this kid. I don't I don't think he knows. Um, a healthy Echo. That's somebody that can do something. I don't know necessarily with a Shimmer powered Jinx and a Shimmer powered Victor and Hextech powered Jace and Vi, and you have Caitlyn who Caitlyn with her gun, and I don't. First of all, I don't know what side Victor is going to be on. He needs to be. I mean, he has to be absolutely devastated about Sky. But I don't know if he's like going to be like, I need more shimmer. You can't destroy it. It's the only thing that helps me walk, or whatever. But I'm really glad he didn't turn into a complete monster. But that's TBD. He still could. Guys, the scene with Caitlyn and Vi on Caitlyn's bed, and Vi talking about her and Powder on the bed talking about monsters and playing pretend. That just reminded me of me and my sister when we were kids. We would always do that. We would just sit there and we would lie next to each other and we would make up stories, and that really made me feel sad, but then it also kind of made me happy. Like, one that must be like a really common thing for sisters to do, but it made me think of, like, those times that I got to just be free and play pretend with my sister. Okay. I'm definitely terrified to watch the last episode because I don't know who we lose, if we lose anybody, if there's a resolution, if I'm going to be just dying and thirsty for more. This show has just been so amazing for me. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, comment, let me know about this episode. Anything that I missed while I was watching. It wasn't a devastating episode, to say the least. We find out that both of Jinx and Echo live, but it's setting up a climax that could be pretty dangerous. It could be pretty deadly. It could be the end of some of our characters. Maybe back here for episode 9. I don't want it to end. Oh, but I want to know how it ends. So, I'll see you.